Get the fuck away. Wait, I know it's so dark.
How's everybody doing?
Yeah, it's okay.
Yeah. Did you have a nice lunch? Yeah.
I didn't eat.
You ready for one more afternoon? Yeah? Cool. Are you guys ready? Yes! Are you guys ready? Yes! Okay, that's better. Do you have maybe like a first question to start off? Yes.
Hi again. Je voulais savoir, dans Carmilla, c'était quoi la réplique qu'elles ont fait les filles et celle justement où elles ont eu le plus de mal
So on Carmilla, what was your favorite quote to say, or what was the most difficult one?
No, you can't see it.
Okay, so mine is both my favorite and most difficult to say because it was in season 3 as a laugh, and I still remember it because it's drilled into my brain. So you're saying that me and everyone I know are temporary manifestations contingent on the alterations you in the library made to the extant causality? Cool.
Can you make the picture a bit bigger? One of them is always.
I know, I
like
got that. It's a lovely example of an 18th century schloss. You're killing me, Hollis. Obviously. Oh,
So that was their favorite quote, c'était leur citation préférée. Je ne vais pas traduire, juste celle de Kétine, c'était de la saison 3, qui est plutôt longue, c'est pas compliqué pour la traduire, mais elle est marquée dans son esprit à tout jamais. Et les autres, celle de Natasha, en l'occurrence, c'était You're killing me, Alice. And, tu as une autre question?
Go Gabby, go Gabby.
Hello. I would ask the question in French what the Canadian educational system failed me. Since Laura and Camilla got together off screen, what do you think how they got together?
she said Laura and Mel got together on
Carmilla.
Camilla. I was like, when did that happen? I missed that script.
In a really good fan fiction.
We got together off screen?
Yeah. On the
So, can you just repeat your question?
yeah. How did they get together? Because they got together.
Did we kiss at the end of season 1?
That's not official.
It's not oh, like
official,
talk.
like Facebook official.
Well, that's probably how Laura did it. She just logged onto Facebook and wrote in a relationship with Carmilla Feinstein, and then Carl woke up and was like, "What the hell?" Maybe. I don't know. Do you think they had a talk? Do you think they had a "What are we" talk? Everyone's favorite talk. I don't think there was much talking. And then I don't think they ever really discussed it because there was some confusion in season 2. And then 3. Yeah.
Ma question partait sur en fait le moment où elles se sont mises ensemble, si c'est une discussion pour dire qu'elles étaient officiellement en couple ou pas. Et je pense que du coup, le personnage de Laura aurait totalement été capable de mettre un post sur Facebook en couple. Et Natasha, en fait, elle pense qu'il n'y a pas vraiment eu de conversation. Je pense qu'au contraire, il n'y avait pas vraiment de mots qui étaient échangés au moment où elles ont décidé de se mettre ensemble. Plus des gestes que des paroles. Et que ça va bien avec le fait qu'il y a toujours une certaine confusion qui règne dans la saison 2 quand il arrive à la relation. Est-ce qu'on a une question?
I was wondering what the weirdest compliment is you've ever gotten.
Oh, that's a really great question. I get a lot. Very strange compliments. Not that I get a lot of compliments. I didn't mean that. I meant that I get a lot of comments that I'm not sure are compliments. When I lived in Montreal, there was a man who lived above me who always wore a gold Speedo when he gardened and nothing else in our backyard. And he grew grapes. And one day he was growing grapes, and then he said to me, "You have a weird face." And then he was like, "Do you want some grapes?"
Did you guys stop that?
It's not a competition. Also, it's a competition I don't know that I would want to win either, even if it was. And scene.
La question portait sur le compliment le plus bizarre qu'elles aient reçu. Il n'y a que Natasha qui a décidé de répondre parce que sa réponse était vraiment au-dessus du lot. En fait, quand elle habitait à Montréal, elle avait un voisin du dessus qui était un peu bizarre et ils avaient un jardin. Il faisait pousser du raisin. Et un jour, il lui a dit: "T'as vraiment un visage bizarre." Et après, il a dit: "Tu veux du raisin?" Voilà. C'était ça. Voilà. C'est pas le même effet quand c'est moi qui dis, évidemment, mais. Est-ce qu'on a une autre question? Oui, dans ce cas.
Hi, I was just wondering how the audition happened and how did that happen that you were in this project, and so how did the audition happen?
I think a lot of us originally auditioned for other characters. I was first brought in for Sarah Jane. Don't know if you remember her from season 1. She was the party girl. And then they brought me in for Carmilla. And then they brought me back for Laura. And then there was a callback day that happened where we just kept on being brought in with different pairings. And I read with a few Carmillas. And then they called me and said, "You're hired, kid." And that's how that happened. Well, I remember reading the breakdown. It's like a description of the show, because I would get notifications of different auditions that were happening, and I read the description of Carmilla, and I was like, yeah, that's something I absolutely want to do. And I was so taken with the fact that the description for Carmilla was about a paragraph long, because so often as a young woman in this industry, it's like a 3-word description for characters that's like, beautiful young student. And I'm like, okay, that says a lot. Now I know how to emotionally prepare for this role. But the description of Carmilla was really compelling, and so I called my agent and I said, "Can you get me an audition for this, please?" And I didn't know anything about web series or what a web series was, but I was familiar with production companies' work. And then I realized I had met Stef, the producer, before, so I sent her an email and I said, "Hey, do you think this would be appropriate for me?" And she was like, "Oh yeah, you should definitely go out for Carmilla." So I only auditioned for Carmilla, and I actually had to have 4 auditions. I had to audition again even after the callbacks, because it was a branded series and the brand wasn't sure about me being the title lead, so I had to kind of jump through some hoops and really fight for it, but it was definitely worth it. And I wanted the part so badly, I got really sick. Like, I just made myself so nauseous, and then I remember puking and then getting a call from Stef, and I was like, I got it. I know, it's so nerdy, but I don't know, I was such a starving artist, and it sounded so great, and I'd never read a description of a character that really resonated with me so deeply, and I was just like, I want to do this. And I just had this innate feeling that this role was going to change my life somehow. I don't know how. We always say that. We always felt like there was this weird little magic to it. Like we never thought it would be as popular as it ended up being, but there was certainly this magic when we were all on set. And when you showed us the first piece of fan art, like that week after filming, we were all like, wow, we're onto something. Yeah, so as Elise said, I went in initially for the role of Laura, and nope. And then they brought me back for Carmilla, and then before I went in for the callback for Carmilla, the director emailed me and was like, I want you to also prepare the sides for Perry as well. They want to see you for that. But he very specifically was like, but don't really worry about that too much, like we want to see you for Carmilla. So I didn't even like memorize the Perry sides, and I also remember from that stage of auditioning, like the breakdown for her was very, there wasn't actually a lot of information compared to the leading characters. It was like pretty open-ended. So I actually didn't pay attention to it too much. And I do remember going in and reading with Caitlin, and it was sort of like this, I mean, it happens, it's this like magic chemistry thing that happens, and for me anyway, with that character, it really came together in conjunction with Kate, and just being in the room with them, and I was like, oh, well, that was interesting, what happened in there, it just came out of me, and yeah, here we are, a little while later.
So I only auditioned for Laugh ever. That was fun. I remember almost not going to the audition because I was really, really sick. And I was like, I don't know, my anxiety's bad, I won't go. And then something in me made me go, which thankfully, thank you. Yeah, and then I just remember the callback and being terrified of you. I was just like, she's so talented and just like, nice. And then we ran together and I was like, yay. And then we got past and I was like, ah. Good story. But then I was continuing to be scared of you for the next 5 years.
I was also kind of intimidated by Annie. Actually. I was like, you were all in black, and I remember you had this like leather wristband on, and I was like, that bitch is auditioning. And I was like, okay, all right.
I also remember Elise doing yoga in the corner.
Alors la question portait sur elles ont été castées, les auditions qu'elles ont passées pour obtenir leur rôle dans Carmilla. Alors Elise, elle avait auditionné pour plusieurs rôles différents. D'abord pour le personnage de Sarah Jane dans la saison 1, ensuite pour le rôle de Carmilla et après pour le rôle de Laura. Et en fait, elle a été rappelée plusieurs fois pour passer différentes auditions avec une Carmilla différente à chaque fois. Donc elle a pu faire des essais avec différentes actrices dans le rôle de Carmilla. Natasha, elle était très contente, elle a été très intéressée par ce projet quand elle a eu le descriptif de la série. Parce que pour le personnage de Carmilla, en fait, il y avait un très long paragraphe pour expliquer qui était ce personnage. Et c'était très différent de ce qu'elle avait l'habitude de voir, parce qu'en général, les descriptifs de personnages féminins, c'était jeune, jolie, étudiante. Donc ça changeait vraiment que ce soit un long paragraphe beaucoup plus important et beaucoup plus précis. Donc ça l'a beaucoup intéressée. Du coup, elle a voulu auditionner pour ce personnage. Et elle ne savait rien du tout sur le monde des web-séries, donc elle ne savait pas trop si elle pouvait être légitime ou non, etc. Mais ça l'a vraiment intéressée. Mais elle, par contre, elle a auditionné que pour Carmilla. Elle a passé 4 auditions, même après les rappels. Et en fait, elle était hyper malade parce qu'elle était vraiment très excitée. Elle avait très envie d'incarner ce rôle, donc ça l'a rendue hyper nerveuse. Elle n'était pas très bien. Et elle ne savait pas du tout que ça allait changer sa vie de jouer ce rôle. Annie, elle a auditionné pour le rôle de Laura, pour le rôle de Carmilla. Et avant d'être rappelée pour faire un essai pour Carmilla, on lui a demandé de préparer le rôle de Perry, mais juste assez rapidement en fait, mais c'était surtout censé être pour Carmilla. Donc elle n'avait pas trop appris les répliques pour Perry. Et elle a fait un bout d'essai avec Caitlin, et en fait, ils se sont tellement bien entendus, il y a un lien très fort qui s'est créé, et du coup après c'était un peu une évidence Et pour Kathleen Lafontaine, c'était la seule audition qu'elle a passée. Et elle était très malade et elle a failli pas y aller, mais finalement, elle a quand même décidé d'y aller. Et lors des rappels qu'elle a fait avec Annie, en fait, elle était terrifiée par Annie, et complètement, parce qu'elle l'a trouvée super douée, super talentueuse. Du coup, ça l'a fait complètement flipper. Et Natasha, elle est d'accord avec ça en fait. Annie l'avait aussi complètement terrifiée. Et comme elle savait qu'elle allait auditionner pour le rôle de Carmilla, elle disait là, non, pas mon rôle, c'est mon rôle, Carmilla. Et quelqu'un se rappelle aussi qu'Elise faisait un peu du yoga aussi dans la salle d'audition. Apparemment, bon processus d'audition pour tout le monde. Est-ce qu'on a une... Oui.
Hi. C'était très intéressant de voir votre évolution, enfin l'évolution des personnages en tout cas tout au long des saisons et après le film, enfin, pendant le film. Et j'aimerais savoir selon vous, quelle est la plus belle victoire de votre personnage ou même d'un personnage que vous n'avez pas incarné, parce que vous avez peut-être une vision différente des personnages de la série.
La question c'est en gros
Selon elle, quelle est la plus belle victoire de leur personnage, ou alors du personnage qu'elles n'ont pas incarné, mais par exemple, je ne sais pas si elle pense que
What's the thing that your character achieved that you're most proud of? or maybe not your character, but like in like a movie or a TV show, or even in real life that you saw it that you were really like happy to see someone or something happen like that way, like kind of a picture.
Why am I moving it so far? She broke it.
That's a really wonderful question. I love the positivity associated with that question. But I think they're two very separate questions. I mean, I'm constantly proud of people every day. So I guess in terms of my character, I'm proud of her ability to open up with people, especially Laura. I think she was very isolated and very secluded for a long time, and she didn't really trust people, and she also wasn't really tolerant of people who are different from her so much. We see her even really come to enjoy the other characters and be friends with them by the movie, even though, you know, she jokes that they're toddlers. And so I think that's something I'm proud about for Carmilla. I mean, in life, I could just write a novella of it with anyone. I'm constantly just rooting for people. I'm like the soccer mom in the corner, just being like, yes. But I think it's a really exciting thing when you reach an age and a point in your life or a point in your career where you can truly be happy for other people and be proud of them. Because I'll admit that when I was younger, I mean, there was certainly lots of jealousy. I'd see other friends working and acting, and I'd be like, oh, damn, I wish that was me, and why don't I have that? And now it's really nice to be able to surround myself with so many talented artists, especially like all the folks up here, and every time they do something, the battery died. And every time I do something, they do something, I'm so genuinely thrilled. Like it never feels like I have to be performative. It's like, no, I'm genuinely so pumped for everything you guys do.
Yeah, I think in terms of Harry and sort of the things that she was going through, the thing I'm most proud seeing her work with was opening up to and accepting laugh's journey. And I think her experience initially was that it existed in an area that she personally was unfamiliar with, and so it scared her because it was just an area of unknown. And then I think once she settled down and sort of started to understand that it had nothing to do with her, it was actually about them and their experience and their journey, and was able to hear that, just take a moment and breathe and listen. And she was really able to open up to that. So I think that was my most proud Harry moment.
I mean, I think my most proud, my most proud laugh moment is like, I think just from the beginning of season 1 to like the end of the movie, they're so much more willing to stick by what they believe and also like be emotionally vulnerable, which you would have never seen in season 1 or season 0 laugh in the outside world. So yeah, I think that I'm proud of them for that, because it's hard to do.
I feel like Laura grew a lot. I definitely feel like she'd be willing to share her soy milk now. That maybe was something she wasn't ready to do before. But now she's like, soy milk for all.
Donc, pour Natasha, par rapport à son personnage, ce dont elle est le plus fière, c'est le fait qu'elle a réussi à s'ouvrir en étant avec Laura et a aussi appris à être plus tolérante avec des personnes qui sont différentes d'elle. Dans la vie, par contre, Natasha, elle est du genre à soutenir tout le monde en toutes circonstances, tout le temps. C'est tout le temps elle qui va vous aider, qui va être là derrière vous, vous encourager, etc. Et en particulier, elle voit ça avec ses partenaires dans la série. Elle est extrêmement fière à chaque fois qu'elles font des choses et du coup, c'est ça qui la rend fière aussi dans sa vie. Annie, elle est très fière du fait que Perry soit ouverte et plus accepter le parcours de La Fontaine et ce qu'elle vivait au fil de la série. Pour Caitlin, c'est le fait que son personnage soit devenu avec plus de sentiments, plus d'émotions et plus d'impact par rapport à ce que le personnage croyait à ses croyances. Et pour Elise, elle est fière que le personnage ait évolué et que du coup elle soit prête maintenant à partager son lait de soja avec quelqu'un. Voilà, that was the end of our panel, but before we leave, we have a small there will be some dancing for you guys in honor of you. So one of the dancers from the association Kindness Collective will perform a small dance for everybody here on one of Elise's and Eleven's songs. So if you'd like just all of you guys to just turn around, and so whenever you guys will be ready to start Joy, we can applaud her. This is good for you guys. Yeah.
Yeah, I see my mind, I keep up kind, kinda crazy how I read your mind. I say what I will, let it sheep go blind, let it sink in due time. Yeah, I had to say that, yeah, I had to be so blunt. Sorry I offended you when I live and be my
actually has a stand on the salon part, so if you'd like to go over there and see, you can go and check it out. Okay, guys, the extra session will start pretty soon, so if you'd like to just give a warm applause to our actors.